Hello, I'm Kelly Lynn Colby, Editorial Director at Cursed Dragon Ship Publishing. I am an editor and a publisher and a writer. First and foremost, I am a reader. I've been reading since I was 4. I love to read. That's why I do those other careers, because I love to read. But sometimes the reading for fun gets pushed aside. So, because I've got to do work, just like every other adult in the universe, right? But I'm like, I do have more time. I can read more. I just need extra motivation. I need a reason to turn off the TV. And you know what that reason is for me? TBR games. I'm so excited. I've been watching so many TBR videos from a ton of book influencers on all kinds of sites. And they play games like they're creative. There are pull it out of the jar, different categories out of a jar. They've got a bunch of those. I've watched a ridiculous amount of them. But then they also have people that made their own Monopoly game, remade it for categories. There are people that do that with Clue. There are people that do it with Sorry. There are people that make up their own games. So just completely out of their own. There's a Lord of the Reeds. It's probably my favorite. I love that one. And then that's Library Unbounded. I remember that person specifically. She's amazing. And then, so you have all of, you've got that one. You've got, there was one that was just on Kickstarter. It's Shrink the Shelf, I think it was. And the point of these games are to read your books on your TBR, right? And I've got 97 on my TBR that I have not read on my physical. I have almost 700 on Goodreads. So I do have a lot. That's not why I'm playing this though. I am playing this because I'm a bookworm. I read them more than I collect them. So it's not that I've spent, our mortgage on books. I haven't done that unless you include the publishing company, but not to read for fun. So that's not the problem I have. The problem I have is I want to prioritize it more, right? I do not need to watch all this TV I watch. Instead, I want to read some more. And so I want to do some TBR games. Gamifying my life works. It always has. Hopefully it always will, because it's the only trick I know. But I do have to keep changing the game up. So every month, I'm going to play a different game to set my TBR, so that hopefully that all of that will keep me excited and I will keep my reading up. So I'm excited about this. I'm going to say excited a lot because I'm very excited. What I'm doing is actually something I've done since 2016. So this part is not new. The new part is the way I am doing it. So it is called Book Challenge by Erin. Erin is amazing, and she has some assistants that keep everything online. There are hundreds of us that play this game every year. It is on Facebook and Goodreads. It might be other places, I don't know, but I know it's on those two for sure. See? And so what it is twice a year, you get 10 categories to choose from that you put 10 books in. And the goal is to read all 10 of those books in 4 months. And I've done it since 2016. You get 10 categories, and then you have 4 months to read those 10 books. And you have a set start time, right? So this one, we got all the categories on June 1st for this newest round of Book Challenge by Erin. And full disclosure, I chose the books that day because I couldn't wait, because it's fun. It's so much fun. So I already have these chosen, so you actually won't see me choose the books this time, but I will make sure that next month, the game that I have planned, you will get to see me choose the books. Kitty, 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 off, off. You want me to film it a 7th, 8th, 16th time? Thank you. So without further ado, let's get started. The first category is always a freebie, and typically I like to choose the next book in whatever series I'm reading. So in this case, it is The Blood Mirror by Brent Weeks. This is the 4th book in the Lightbringer series. So I really enjoy this series. It is a epic fantasy where the magic system is light. So the different colors of light, different magic users are able to manipulate them to do different things. So that's way oversimplifying it, because it is extremely more complicated than that, but I adore it. It's a lot of fun. It's pretty sure it's 5-book series, so I'm getting close to finishing it. I should be able to finish it this year. So I'm very excited. And I love finishing series. Maybe I should do a reward if I finish a series. I don't know. Let me know if you think I should do a reward if I finish a series. Okay. Read a book with a 2-word title. And I chose Happy Place. I'm so excited. It's my first Emily Henry. I haven't read one yet. I might be the last human on the planet who's not read an Emily Henry, but I'm extremely excited. So Happy Place is, if I'm remembering correctly, it is a couple who've been a couple for years, and they broke up. But this place where they're going to vacation, all of their other friends are there and they don't know they broke up. The place is about to be sold. This is their last summer there. They don't want to ruin this last vacation in this place that is, they've vacationed in for years with their friends. So they're going to pretend they didn't break up. I'm sure that'll all go great, right? So we'll see what happens with this one. But I'm excited to get this started. How many times do you think I'm going to have to edit out I'm excited? We're going to find out. Okay. Yeah. But happy to read this one. Can't wait. I have a feeling it is a quick read from what I've heard. So hopefully I will be able to devour this thing and go, oh yeah. Yeah, so as long as the pacing is fast, which I've heard Emily Henry is, we should be good to go on that one. Next one was best books of 2024 so far. It's a Goodreads list. And I'm going to put the cover right here because I don't have it yet. And it is One Perfect Couple by Ruth Ware. And I've not read anything by Ruth Ware before. And it's a thriller, so it's nice to have a thriller. And I think it is a couple. Notice I don't know much about these books before I choose them. I just make sure they fit the category. It's more fun that way. It is a couple who goes to an island for a reality show, and then they get stranded there somehow, like the whole show does. And then, shenanigans. So I'm looking forward to that thriller. That'll be fun. I don't read enough thrillers, so I like to get some more in my life. So I was happy for that category. And I've heard a lot about it. There's a ton of people reading this and loved it. So hopefully I will be added to the loved it category. Cover or a book that you loved the cover, and that is this one, Womb City by Tlotlo Samasi. I don't know, I'm so sorry, but this one is a near future science fiction and it looks incredible. I bought it at the cutest little bookstore, and so I look forward to this one. But this cover, it's one of the first books I saw. I'm like, ooh, and then I kept looking over the store at other books and other things I've heard, because I'd never heard of this book before, other stuff. And I'm like, I just kept coming back to this cover. And I was like, it was meant to be. So this definitely fits that category. And I know just about nothing about it. So that makes it even better. Next one is a book set in more than one country. And I chose, thanks to a Goodreads list, because I didn't know. I only know if I've already read it, right? How do you know if it takes place in more than one country if you haven't read it yet? Anyways, so there was a Goodreads list. It saved me, and it had Rebecca on there. Rebecca, I have not read. I pride myself in reading a good amount of classics, but there's no, I can't read them all. I'm not even reading War and Peace. I tried 3 times. I'm like, that's enough. But Rebecca, I have not tried, and I'm very excited about it because a lot of my horror writer friends love this book. Some of them cite this for the reason they love horror. So I know it has a gothic feel. I know it's by a French author, but that's about all I know. So I will dive in. But these writer friends of mine who love it, that's actually all I need to know. So off we go. This, like I said, I've had it on my list forever, right? So this is a list that it made an excuse to push it to the front. I kind of like it. I am so happy that I get to do this. Oh, next one is a protagonist who plays or coaches a sports team or is on a sports team. But if you play it, aren't you on it? I don't know. I didn't make up the categories. But anyways, the point is, yay, sports ball. Yeah. Okay, look, there's a big hole in my knowledge and hobbies, and that is the sports ones. I don't know hardly anything about any of them. But I hardly have any romances, let alone sports romances. I'm assuming that's what a bunch of people chose. So what I chose was The Baseball 100 by Joe Posnanski. And this one is a nonfiction about 100 people in the baseball world. So different important figures. And that sounds fascinating to me. And it was on my Goodreads list already. I didn't choose it out of nothing, right? It was on my TBR on Goodreads. I have almost 700 books on there. But anyways, if it was on there, that means someone recommended it. So I will assume whoever recommended it knew what they were talking about. I have this one on loan from Libby, so hopefully it will come in on time. And I have it on audio. I've never done an audiobook before either, so we'll see how that works. It's over 1,000 pages, so I was like, let's get this on audio and give it a try. So we'll try. I'll let you know whether I like audio or not. The next one was a book with, in the title, it had like time, right? Like seconds or hours, days, month, year, that kind of thing. So I chose The Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman. And this is a YA fantasy. It's a historical Victorian fantasy. So that sounds really bad. I mean, I love fantasy. I love historical fiction. You put it together, how could you not make me happy? So I'm looking forward to this one. This is the first in the series, and the series is complete. So I love this one. Then I could just keep going. Yeah, I really think I should have something for finishing a series. But I look forward to that. And look at that cover. Isn't that cool? It's cool. It's like embossed. I like it. So the next category is a book with a form of transportation on the title. I know most of you are saying, I know, you chose a spaceship. Or if not a spaceship, then it's, horse-drawn carriage. It's a horse-drawn carriage for fantasy, right? Nope, I gotcha. I chose a beetle. See, look, cute little beetle on the dragon tail. How cute is that? This is The Last Dragon Slayer by Jasper Fforde. And it is a first in a series. It's the Chronicles of Kazam. I've not read this series, but I have read Jasper Fforde before. So this is not a new to me author, and I really enjoy his voice. It is funny in a way that I don't find to be ridiculous. I don't know. Humor's personal, right? So I don't tend to like ridiculous humor. I just call it not funny. But it's more clever for me. So I quite like it. So hopefully this book will reflect that same thing. And then it also means it's a quick read. And we need some quick reads. You saw how thick some of those books are, so this will be nice. The next one is a book with punctuation in the title, and which isn't as easy to find as you might think. But I found one with an apostrophe, of course. And this is The Zoologist's Guide to the Galaxy. It's What Animals on Earth Reveal About Aliens and Ourselves. This is by Eric Kirschenbaum. It might be doctor, I don't know. But he is a xenobiologist. So studying, what alien life would be like, right? How does it affect, if gravity is different and it evolved there, what would that be like, right? What if it's all oceans? What if, so on and so forth. And I love those kind of questions. We learn more about our planet when we question what would happen if something changed, right? What if works in science too? You just have to do experiments different. It's not just, writing a fun story like I do. And this one, it's not that thick. And I eat these. I love science books. So I'm really looking forward to being able to read more so I can read more of these too. The writing's kind of small, but there's pictures. Pictures. So we'll see. I have not read his work before, so I have no idea. Some scientists write so amazing, I just want to read everything, and some of them are dry. So I don't know yet. We'll find out. I'll let you know. And the last book was a protagonist who is unemployed or changing jobs. And for that, I chose The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I've not read Riley Sager before either. There's a lot of new to me authors on this list, which is extremely exciting. And a lot of new books that are on my list, which is also very exciting. And this one is another thriller. So I've got 2 thrillers on this list. That's got to be a new record for me. But again, heard nothing but good things. So I'm excited to dive in. So maybe I can add good things to that list. Sometimes it's nice to be the last one to read it, because then you know if you should or not, right? Plenty of people have let you know what they think about it. That one is on hold from Libby as well. It actually came in, and I was like, wait, not yet. I can't start reading till July 1st. And so I asked him to, I don't know. There was a button you could hit to say, please don't deliver it until after blah, blah, blah. But now it says 4 weeks. And so, I don't know. Hopefully it'll come in on time. Now for this list, it'll come in on time, right? Because I actually have 4 months. But notice I chose 10 books. There's no way I could read 10 books for fun in a month. I read a lot more than 10 books, right? Between freelance editing and the books for the company and reading these multiple times, the books I'm writing and rereading books before doing another, I read a lot also for a living, and there's no way I can get 10 more in. Normally, I read 3 for fun. What I want to do is push myself and read 5. So this is my goal. I want to read 5 books in July. I think it's a pretty realistic goal. So out of these 10, I had to look and decide which ones I wanted to do. I wanted a variety because I'm not exactly a mood reader, but I do read more than one book at once because I tend to get bored. Nothing to do with the author, by the way. It's my brain. It's I won't say it's never the author's fault, but it's rarely the author's fault. It's usually my brain. So I like to read more than one at once, and it's better if they're in different genres because then it stimulates my brain in a different way. Luckily, these categories gave me a nice variety. So the 5 that I'm putting on my goal list for July are The Dark Days Club, Womb City, Happy Place, so awkward, Rebecca, and The Only One Left by Riley Sager. So these are the books and the Riley Sager one. Now I do reserve the right to change the Riley Sager one, because if it doesn't come in on time, that's not my fault. So I can change it to one I already have. It does have to be one that's in the Erin list though. Or I could just go buy it. So we'll find out when that time comes. I have 4 books to read before then, right? So we'll see when that time comes what I decide to do. So it's a nice variety, right? We've got a thriller, we've got a classic, like gothic feel, a contemporary romance, a near future sci-fi, and a YA fantasy. So that's a really nice blend of books. So that makes me happy. So that should keep me entertained. Now I will say, all these people doing these TBRs, they usually do like a punishment system if they don't get them all done. I'm not going to do that. I mean, my punishment is I didn't get to read the books. That's enough punishment. This is for fun. Life punishes you enough. I don't need to add a punishment. So I'm not going to do a punishment. But what I am going to do is a reward. Because I do like to gamify my life, but I like cozy games. So no punishment. I'm going to do an reward. And my reward is going to be, I get to do one of these hikes in this Wild Houston book. So I have been thumbing through this book, reading all this stuff, memorizing the different kinds of birds, looking at all the parks. I'm so excited about this. I want to do it so badly. Quite frankly, it's almost like just like reading the books. I just need an excuse to actually go out. There are 24 different hikes in here. Some of these places I have been to around Houston. Some of them I have not. So there's some new to me places that I'm very excited. Some places I've been quite often, but I still love. So I have no issue going back. And then this thing has told me some things about those places I didn't know. This is why we love books. And so I really, really look forward to doing this with 24 different ones. That gives me 2 years of rewards, and then I will get to see all these cool places. These are all day trips, so it's not like I'm committing my family to thousands of dollars of debt so I can get rewarded for reading books for fun. It's day trips. We're just gonna go. It's just gonna be fun. Some of them are a little farther away, it's still a day trip technically, but we might camp. So we haven't done that in years. So it would be really fun to go camping, just not like this season when it's 9 quadrillion degrees outside. So we're not gonna do that. We'll hike in the heat. You just drink lots of water and then go back into the air condition. But camping in it, no, I'm not that tough anymore. I'm too old. Yeah, so I look forward to it. So these will be my rewards for reading these 4 books and the only one left. So was that fun? I had fun. It'll be even more fun next month when I get to choose the categories in front of you. Sorry, I have no patience. I'm very excited. I cannot wait to read these. Really hard to wait till July 1st, but luckily I have 3 books I have to finish. So I am, one of them I'm 70%, 160, and 130. And so I have to finish all those in the next bit before July 1st, which I have confidence I will, because we're doing a 24-hour readathon with some friends of mine this weekend, and I'm so excited. We'll video that too, so you'll be able to see that. So hopefully I should be able to knock out those 3 books this weekend, and then I'll be ready on July 1st to start these guys. What are y'all reading for July? Do you like the game? Do you want to play a game? Do you have a game that you've watched from one of your book peoples that you really like that you want to play? How do you choose what you're going to read next? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. And we'll see you soon.